Right. So find your safe place in the floor. Make sure everything's cleared away. You've got space. I do want to tell you again, you are always welcome to take a break. You're welcome to be in your chair to do the work. You're welcome to go up and down from a chair. You're welcome to just observe because your body and your brain are absorbing through your imagination, seeing yourself doing the movements, even when you are not doing the movements. So we are going to get comfortable feet. You know what that is now. This is class number 5. And we'll begin with our Tai Chi salute. So let's just take a moment, walk around in our space, see ourselves in a big room all together, being in community, being happy, smiling at one another. We can use that imagination for that as well as all of the movements. But thanks to the power of Zoom, we get to be together at all. So again, come back and find your comfortable feet. And let's begin with our first neck exercise. Hands float up, turn to face you, and just a little press back of the chin. And then hands come down, a little tilt to the head. Only use the range of motion that feels good to you. You may find you gain range with each additional move. And the hands come up, one to the top. Just a little turn of the neck. Only go as far as it feels good, then switch hands. Maybe a little further this time, who knows? And back to center. The hands come down. Going to roll the shoulders forward for 3. Only shoulders move, no scrunching the neck. And now back. It's causing a lot of clunking for me. Let the hands float up. Gather the energy and press down. Breathe in. And out. Last one. Now to open the spine, let one hand press up. Don't look. Lengthen, lengthen, and then let the hands come down and exchange. Think of pressing down the tailbone and lifting the top of the head. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, Breathe out. Just don't hold your breath. If you're breathing in and out, opposite to what I just said, it's better than not breathing at all. Just don't hold your breath. Breathe in and out because you stifle the movement of the chi. Now hold your ball. And this time, the top hand, we're going to turn and rotate the spine, but only go, again, as far as you know that it is safe for you and that it feels good. This is a warm up. It's not looking for the absolute max of anything you can do. Just warming up, getting a little gentle movement going, getting the energy flowing. And now let's come down to our hips. Might want to widen your feet just a little. And we're going to let the hands press back and we're going to tap the heel and come through with the toe and heel and toe. Just getting those hip joints flowing and back to center. And the opposite foot. Breathe in and out and come back to center. Now we're going to do the one where we press right at the armpit line and tap out. Slow that U down. Press to the other side. Breathe in and press out. See how far out I went? That's why you need to be observing yourself. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Press out. Let's do one more. Breathe in and out and back together. Now we're going to do, our toes are out just a little bit, and we're going to lift the foot and tap the heel, put the toe down, opposite hand will punch, but I am still straight and upright. Okay? So we're going to lift the foot, punch, pull back, punch, pull back. And you're just getting a little bend in the knee. And you're also preparing the knee to take some weight with the next move. So punch and back. This time it goes out. We're going to actually transfer the weight this time and back. So we were warming up to carry the weight, and now we're carrying the weight. Let me scoot back a little. All right. Let's warm up those sweet little ankles of ours. We're going to start with a toe and a heel. Step down and change. And now in and out. Care for the knee. You do the range of motion that works for you. And back in. And then just shake all that off. All right. So last week, we made it all the way through to the point that we have finished walking all to one side. We set up to prepare to go to the other side. So we're going to do that portion of the movement now. We'll do it 3 times to get the brain turned back on to those moves. And then we'll look at adding on walking in that direction. I'm going to grab a drink of water, get one yourself if you'd like. Okay. Feet in your comfortable position, your choice. Commence Tai Chi. Hands float up, palms facing, arms extended. Come down in your U, a little dip in the knee, lift the foot, step forward, widen the stance, hands come back, open and close. Shift to the left, step to the corner, widen the hands, palms go out, looking at the left hand. This hand drops, a toe touch as you change hands. Step out and in and out and in and out. That's the third one. And in, and then the hands come like you're going again, but we don't. We'll come back to center, palms face, hands come in, open and close. And then the shift goes to the other corner, palms go out, and we look at the right hand. And that's where we finished last week. So let's do that again. Again, waking up the brain cells. Palms face. Come down for the U. The corner. Transfer the weight. Palms go out. Look at the left hand. Toe touch. One, two, three, back to center. Palms face. Come in. Open and close. Step to the other corner. Palms out. Follow the right hand. One more time, and I'm not going to talk during this one. Okay. I want you to do it on your own. And then if you have a question, I'll be happy to answer any questions. So just go ahead and work your way through it. If you have to start and stop, that's okay. Just take your time. Okay. One thing in common that I see, you guys are doing a great job. You're doing a very good job. Let's get that circle of hands going again. So they're you're going to exchange hands. This is coming over. This is facing down. This is facing out. It's not a loop under. Just go up and this one comes down. I know sometimes looking at it on a flat screen makes that more difficult. So if my hands are doing this one's just going to come up and this one's going to go down. Okay. So they're not really looping each other. They're just changing position from up to down. Okay. Just get that rhythm going again, remembering that. Now it's totally different when you have to move your feet, isn't it? So again, I'm going to step off screen and I'm going to verbalize the moves for you. And I want you to do the whole sequence again without watching me, but I'll give you the verbal clues, okay? See if that helps you get going too. So getting in your position, hands float up, palms facing each other, coming down to make your U, coming into the body. And then as they get ready to press out, you're going to lift that left foot and step forward. And then the right foot comes up as you press out. The hands come back into the body, right at the chest level, and open and close. And then the weight is going to shift to the left side. You're going to step into the right corner. Hands are going to press out. Palms go out. You're going to turn and look at the left hand. Then you're going to toe step in. Hands change. You're going to start that circle of hands and step out, step in, step out, keeping those hands going. Second step, Third step. Then the hands come back towards the left and back to the center. Palms face each other and open and close. Now you're going to shift to the right, wait, step to the left corner, hands press out, weight shift forward, hands open, and you're going to follow the right hand. Y'all are getting it. You really, really are. So let's go ahead and I'm going to get you to do it with me one more time. But at the end of this one, we are going to go ahead and travel back the other way. I'll add that on. And the only way it gets easier is to do it over and over and over. And there are places in it that I have to think. And so I know when I have to think, it's not in my body. This will become a part of you that you don't have to think about it at all. My Tuesday class, those of you that are in it, we have this opening sequence that we do the exact same thing every single time. And what that allows the player to do is drop into your body. The body knows the way, and that lets you get into your body and you not have to think. So that's what we're looking for. But that only comes with repetition, repetition. And again, let me go back, y'all. This is only class number 5. And you are learning that wave hands like clouds with the walking feet. That is a very difficult sequence in Tai Chi. So it's not like this whole program is made up some of the very easiest moves that there are. So be proud of yourselves. You're doing great. All right. So let's get our feet ready. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And commence. Let the hands float up. Open and close. Shift left. Little step in that corner. Press out. Shift the weight. Toe touch. Change hands. Step out. And in. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. Let it come to the side. Come back. Hands face each other. Come back to the body. Open and close. Shift right. Step to that corner. Follow the right hand. And then it's a toe touch in. Oh, I just messed that up. I'm sorry. Okay, so we finished the last. See, there I was. We came across, and then the hands came in, open and close. Shift right. Step to the left corner. Follow the right hand. Toe touch in. Okay, I just completely lost it. What did I do there? All right, let's start over. It's what I get for talking too much and getting out of my body. All right, let's start at the beginning. I don't know how I did that. All right, hands float up. I'm not going to talk. Now we're going the other direction. The back corner, back to the center. Hands come in, open and close Tai Chi. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't mess you guys up too much completely. So let me get a drink of water. Okay, let's do it again. Hands float up and down. Second one. Third one. Hands come to center, open and close. Now to the other corner. Shift forward. Follow the right hand. Toe touch in. One, two, three. Around to the corner. Back to the front. Hands come in. Open and close. And stand tall. So where the shift takes place is we finished on this side and we come back to the center, open and close. And then we just immediately shift to the right and go to that opposite corner. Move it forward. Hands turn out. Follow the right hand. And this is where I messed up a while ago, is to come back on that foot, toe touch, and step out, going in the opposite direction. So did that kind of help clear up where I went in the wrong direction? So, questions?
I have a question or a
Okay.
statement. Am I correct that this was our first time going to the left?
Our first what?
Our first time actually going to the left. Wasn't that new for us today?
Yes, that was the
Without
part.
without a drum roll. Okay,
I
just
told you I
checking.
was going to add something on.
I wasn't ready. Okay, good.
Yeah, because last week all we added on was following the hand to the right. And then now we're dipping in and stepping off to the left. So you know the movement. It was just a matter of stepping in on the other foot and stepping out and just going the other direction. So, yes, that was your new part for today, but it was something you already knew, but we just went the opposite direction. Elva, do you have a question? You're muted, darling. Ah, let's see. Let me put my glasses on. Whoops. Let's see. Uh, oh, okay. Just show you the beginning again from the front. Sure. Where we do the U shape and all of that. Yeah. So this is where your feet are still just in your comfortable position. The hands are going to face each other. Your arms are extended, but your elbow is still soft. Remember, we don't lock any joints. So your elbow is still soft. And then it comes down. Now I'm going to shift over to my right foot, lift the left heel, made my U, step forward, press it out there, widen my stance. Hands come back in, open, and close. And then that is the whole first movement. That's when I then shift to the left and go into that corner, press forward, open, and follow the left hand. This is called single whip. And then we begin to wave hands like clouds. Did that answer your question, Elva? Yes? Yeah. Yeah. Need to see once more. Okay. Do you want me to show you from the side? Did that help? I'll show you once again from the front. Don't worry. I'll show you once again from the front and I'll show you once again from the side. So yeah, there's a lot of arm movement in this first. And we've been concentrating so much on these waving hands and stepping that we've kind of ignored the beginning again. So the hands come up, down. See my droopy elbows? Widen the stance, hands back in, open, and close. So let me show you from the side. That's a lot of arm movement with that one, with very little foot movement. All right, any other questions? Anybody else? Hi, MJ.
Hey,
Question? I saw you unmuted, so I thought you might have a question.
can you hear me?
Let's see. Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'm trying to say, is the U in the elbow? I think Elba and I are having, that's where we're having a problem.
Okay. So it is actually your hands create like you're drawing a U. So now they're out, but your elbow's still kind of soft. Now watch my hands. My hands come down, come in, and come up. So I just drew a U shape. That's what I'm calling the U. That's a great question. So the hands face each other, come down. I'm shifting my weight, getting ready to step. And then as my hands come up and I press out again, I step out. The other foot widens. Hands come straight back, open, and close. Did that answer it? The elbows are just soft and kind of along for the ride in that one. If you think about using your hands to draw the shape, it's kind of like what's one of those songs we used to do as a kid where the locomotive, we're doing this. That's basically what's happening. We're doing that down, in, and up. And the fingertips face up. Okay. Okay, good. Any other questions like that? That's a good question. Um, all right, then let's go through the whole sequence again. We've got the time. Let's use it. Now that you know how to draw that U with your hands, because now you know that we're going to go back the other way. Goldie. All right, hands come up. Lost my train of thought again. This is number 3. Open and close. Shift to the right. Step left. Forward, follow the right hand. Don't touch in. Change hands. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Hands face each other. Come in. Open and close. And close Tai Chi. That is actually the first 6 moves of the 12 moves that you're going to be learning. So what I did was back there a couple of classes ago, the first time that we learned to, guess, follow the left hand, I went ahead and taught you to step in and do this. So that was actually two classes combined. So there's 6 moves in this sequence. And then we have 6 really different, totally different moves to add on at the end. And then you will have the complete Tai Chi flow for this class. So I personally feel like the wave hands like clouds and this walking sequence is the most difficult of it all. So you guys are knocking that out of the park. Again, are there any questions? Do you want to do it some more, or you feel confident? You want to practice on your own some to see where maybe you've got your hiccups and then ask a question? Let's do that. What, you want to try it on your own? Just start, with you're going to get ready to do your U shape. So start there and then see where it is that you might want to ask me something, or you may be able to flow through the whole thing. Okay. I'm going to let those that are in the middle of their flow go ahead and finish. Do the parts that you remember. Do the parts that you remember. If it's the hands cycles, do the hand cycles. Do what you remember. Okay. I'm going to show you the opening sequence again, and then we're going to time out. This has been a lot, and you've been moving a lot, and sometimes our brains get tired. Okay. So let's just start. I'm going to show you from the front again, the starting sequence. And if there's a word in here that can trigger you to remember, find it. And for me, it's making the U. That may not work for you. I don't know. So if there's another word that works for you, find it yourself. So let the hands float up, facing each other, coming down. They're still out there. They're going to make the U shape. Fingertips go up. You're going to step out as the hands come out. Widen the step. Let the hands come back in and open and close. So let's do a little cool down. Let's take a moment, do a little body drumming. Let's slow things down. However that feels good to you. You can stand on one leg if you want or not. And releasing the hands, let's tense everything up and release and tense and release, tense and release, and then shake that out. And then gather up all that beautiful energy. Pull it in and press down. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. And close with your salute. And close Tai Chi. So grab your chair and your water. Come on back in for a minute. My Tai Chi master of 7 years, and not Dr. Lamb, but my flow master, when I teach on Tuesdays, his mantra is, you get best at what you practice most. So out of this whole sequence that we've learned here, if that opening sequence of the hands is the one that is your biggest challenge right now, that's the one you need to be focusing on. And not moving yourself on to waving hands and stepping. Go back to the place that is your biggest challenge and let that be what you do over and over and over and over. And not until it becomes boring or until you don't like doing it anymore. I don't mean it that way. I mean, it's like until it's like, remember when we had hand games we played as kids? Until it becomes like that, that where you crossed hands and do all those things with your friends. So making that into a game of movements, again, like I said, finding a word that makes you go, oh, that's it. I'm creating that bell, or I'm creating that U, or the vase, whatever it is that would trigger you to remember that's the move that gets you started. Just kind of play around and find that for yourself. All right. So anything else in particular anybody has to say or wants to know or? So next week, we will be going over this complete 6-move sequence many times again, getting that into your body. And then I'll decide, I'll have an add-on ready, but I'll decide if it's the right time to go forward with it or not, or we may add on just a little part of it.
April 21. Can you hear me?
Yes, who is it?
Judith.
Hey, Judith.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hadn't sent the form. I sent it on April 21st.
Okay, that I might not have marked it off. I'm gonna write that down and then I'll go back and double check. And it may be here in my pile. I don't know. I just didn't have
Okay.
it checked on my master list. So April 21st, I'm writing that down. So I'll go look that up. Thank you very much for clearing that up for me.
I sent it to the villagessantafe.org
Yeah,
website.
she
Okay,
she was forwarding me everything at that time. However, that was when I had just gotten back and was very sick. So,
okay.
doesn't mean doesn't mean I didn't get it.
Well,
Um,
if I need to send it again, you can let me know, but I do have it up on my email account that it was sent on April 21.
all right, I will look it up. Thank you very much for
Mhm.
clearing that up for me. Ah, all right. Anybody else? Well, I will reach out to Anne and ask her about how y'all are going to get the recording from today and see what happens.
Do I have another question?
Yeah.
When we watch the videos, is that like, is somebody taking attendance there? Do you know that we've seen it or what?
No, you need to tell. Okay, so let me back all the way up. There is no way for us to know who watched. We know how many people watched.
Okay,
And so what I ask from you guys is if you missed a class and you did the recording for your makeup, that you let me know that. And
okay,
then I check, it counts it that you did your recording.
okay.
You weren't in attendance, but you did the recording. So just send that information to me.
Thank you.
Good question. You're welcome. Good question. Yeah, I wish we could, but I don't know. In Punch Pass, it doesn't let you do that. All right. Well, you're all very welcome. Um, this is a challenge. It is very much a challenge, and we all have different personal challenges. So it's how we take on the class that we find the way to take on the challenge, which is just so good for us. So good for us in so many ways, um, mentally, emotionally, physically, to face that challenge that we each have. So I'm going to stop the recording. Speaking of recordings.